All right. Welcome back to the Vape'n Bastard channel. Thank you for coming to hang out with the Blue Collar Bastard. Now, today we're not going to be looking at a mod. We're not. We're not going to be looking at an RDA. We're not going to be looking at a Boro. Today, what we're going to be talking about is something near and dear to me. Because I have had friends that have had mishaps and issues, and, well, not to say it's their own fault, but the proper precautions were not taken. And that's what we're going to talk about today, proper precautions. If you run a hobbyist vape like this one, you run an 18650, or you run a 21700 or a 2700 or an 18350, which is what goes in this, and that's a tiny battery. But I'll get them all laid out here in a minute and we'll go over it. But today we're going to be talking about proper battery storage. So let's get right into it. All right. Today we're going to be talking about battery storage. I've been vaping for a long time. And I have seen instances where batteries vented from being stored incorrectly or just thrown around in pockets with change and keys and things of that nature. So I don't want this to happen to anybody. So today we're going to be talking about battery storage, proper battery storage, because these things can be really dangerous if they're not respected. I'm not saying be scared of them, but respect them. Let's start with the basics, okay? This is an 18650. This has a pretty wrap on it. This one needs to be rewrapped. It looks well enough. It looks just fine. But I have a wrap that's peeling. Right there. And I know you're saying, oh, that doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad. You're right, it doesn't. But if you fix the problem now, it won't get any worse. Because if this continues to rip, it'll rip all the way up the side. And then this will start to rip. And if anything contacts the side and the top of this battery at the same time, bad things happen. So rewrap your batteries. If you would like a video on how to rewrap a battery, I'll post a video on that, on how I do it. But today's video, that's not what we're here for. Today's video is going to be about proper storage. Did they forget to... Nope. Somebody forgot to close the door. Mosquitoes are getting in. But I take 18650s with me to work every day. Every day. And I don't want them rolling around in a bag and potentially causing a fire. So we'll start with the basic. When you buy 18650s and then you get them mailed to you, they will come in this plastic container. This plastic container works just fine to store them in. This is great. Beautiful. I used to tote one of these around all the time. These are plastic. They are thin plastic. They will wear out. These clasps will break. And I used to run one. Matter of fact, that one's starting to break right there. Look at that. Right as I'm talking about it. See it right there starting to break? But these things break. Okay? I used to have one where the clasp was broken. I had a rubber band around it and I had to rip it off, change batteries out, put the rubber band back on so it would stay safe. Okay? This is a great way to store them if you're not traveling with them. I keep most of my 18650s like this. They're either like this or they're on the charger when they're at home being stored. If I'm going out and doing things, I go with what's called a rough box, a tough box. There's many different names for it. The company I got this from, um, Carrot Laboratory, these are his rugged boxes. And these are really nice. They have a really nice 3D printed clasp, metal screws to hold the clasp ends. They're built really sturdy. They're really thick. And they hold two 18650s. Now, this place, they have 18650s, they have 21700s, they have 2700s. This is the one I take with me every day to work. It's a toxic green color. It's rather nice. And as you can see, it's dirty, greasy, has been beat to crapping on, but my 18650s stay rather safe. And not too much moisture gets in there. It's got an O-ring around it. These are really good. I rather enjoy these. These do exactly what I need them to. Matter of fact, when I went through the airport, the day this is posted, I will be going through the airport. But last time I went through the airport, this is what I carried my 18650s in. And they said this is what they should be carried in. It's something of this, well, capacity, I guess is the right word, because it locks, it won't come open, and it takes, once the batteries are in there, it puts pressure on that lid, and it makes it a little more difficult to open that lid. There's still a little bit of play, a little bit of battery rattle, but that's normal. But this will stop you from, well, essentially having an 18650 blow up in your pocket. But they have other versions too. This one is, well, they call this a pirate box, and this is from Sturdy. If you've been vaping for a minute, you know Sturdy. But this one's really nice because not only does it hold an 18650, and it closes up with magnets, and those magnets are pretty sturdy. It'll hold, let's see, do I have one handy? Probably not. I think I got them all put up. I do. This is a dot mod. It will hold a dot tank right here. You can pick one of these up from Sturdy, and it does the job rather nicely. Oh, matter of fact, that needs to go on the charger. But whether it be a pirate box, whether it be a rugged box, or whether it be just the plastic containers, protect yourself. Make sure your batteries are stored properly. As of right now, I only run 18650s. I do have some mods that take 21700s and 2700s, but I don't use them that often. And when I do, it's just around the house. And those batteries are either on the charger or in the mod. Now, with that being said, I do not recommend leaving them in an unregulated mod. This is a regulated mod, and I don't have a problem leaving a battery in this one overnight because this has a shutoff. If you hold that button down for longer than I think it's 10 seconds, the chip shuts off and it won't fire again until the button is released and then pressed again. I've got no problem leaving a battery in this overnight. Now, this is a mechanical mod. There's no regulation on this. There is no chipset on this. There is no protection or safety at all on this. The protection and safety is on you. And you're going to freak out. Because remember that battery with the bad battery wrap? I did this on purpose. So don't freak out too much, okay? I know this needs a new battery wrap. But this is what I'm talking about. This right here is a mechanical mod. There's just a mechanical connection between this silver bar down here, and this silver bar here. And then in here makes the connection. So when you make this contact, which back of the tweezers, I don't know if you hear that or not, that is actually firing. And I am doing nothing but touching metal to metal. That's it. So if this lands and on the button and something pushes down on it, just pushes down on it, it will fire. And it will do that until the battery either overheats, the juice runs out, the coil burns in half, or the whole thing goes boom. Now, mechanical mods are a beautiful thing. They were OG hobbyist back before anything. And they're the simplest form of vaping. But they require a lot of knowledge. Do not leave a battery in this overnight. If you run mechanical mods, you know what I'm talking about. Do not leave batteries in this overnight. Take them out. Even if you're going to use it the next morning, take them out. Store them properly. That way you're good to go. And if you prepare for an accident, the accident will never happen. The incident will never happen. Not the accident. The incident will never happen. So prepare for the incident. Prepare for this thing to auto fire. Prepare for it to go off without you pressing the button. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. Prepare for it. Because if you do, then it most likely won't happen. This can't fire right now. Like, you can press this button and hold it down all day long. There's no power source in it. It's not going to go off. And I know, this wasn't my typical video, but this one hit home. It hit rather close to home because I have kids in my house. And while this is my hobby, and I do enjoy doing this a lot, I rather enjoy doing this, I want you to be safe with it. Because I have a 2-year-old in my house. 2-year-olds like to fiddle with things, they like to grab things. Mine is just now big enough to reach up onto tables. Like, grab things off of table and pull. And what do you think happens if this is just on the table, hanging out, and they grab it? you ever seen an 18650 that has been bent, crushed, or even if this has a bad battery wrap and it comes all the way off and they're throwing it around and it contacts something? I would much rather them try to get this open, which is a pain for an adult to get open. I've got to like get my hand underneath there. Than a child get a hold of it. Because I can contest that I have thrown, well, this one. I have dropped this one on concrete floors. I have skipped this one. I throw this one in my toolbox every day. It just boom, throws it in there. When I need a new battery, I'll pull it out and I'll swap them out. I'll close it up and I'll throw it right back in my toolbox. I know this one and this one are sturdy. That's why I picked these up. Battery safety is a big thing for me. This one, not so much. I really like this one. I like the aesthetic of this one, and it does its job rather nice. But I mean, if you like, if a kid were to get a hold of it, or just throw it in your book bag or something, and something pushes right there, that can come open, and then your 18650s are out and everywhere else. This is rather nice. Like if you have a specific area in your book bag. I carry a book bag every day, and there's a slot in my book bag that I can put this in that'll keep pressure there. Like it won't let it open and won't let anything get in there. But most of the time, I take this, two 18650s, and I throw it in the drink holder on the side of my book bag. But whether it be the original plastic, a set of rugged boxes from Carrot Laboratories, or a sturdy pirate box, or even, oh, let's see if I still have it. I don't know. This one's old. I don't have it anymore. I probably got rid of it, and probably for good reason. It might have been ripping. They used to make silicone covers that you would slide your 18650 in, and people used to put them on keychains. That's great. That's wonderful, but they are just silicone. So if something metal, like a pocket knife or something, were to pierce it, it would rip it, and then you would have an exposed 18650 or 21700, or, well, back then we would use 26650s and 18650s. There's a battery number for you. Look that one up. That's a big freaking battery. 26650. But no matter what it is, whether it be this, the original case that your 18650s came in, or rough boxes, or a pirate box, whatever it is, just make sure you're doing it safely. And just be safe about it. This is a this is a wonderful hobby, and I would like to see people continuing this hobby, to continue enjoying this hobby, and I would like to see them do it safely. So please, take a few extra minutes, make sure you have the proper protection for your batteries to continue enjoying this hobby. So if you haven't done it in a while, take a few minutes, check out your battery wraps, check out your dated batteries, and make sure you don't have any ripped battery wraps. Make sure the protection's still good. Now, a hard one to come by. I haven't found one for this one, so this one either stays in the mod or it stays on the charger, because I don't have a battery pack I don't have a battery case for this one. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. This is an 18350. This thing is tiny compared to an 18650. I don't have a battery case for this one. So it either stays in the sun box or it stays on the charger. But no matter what you do, make sure you do it safely. And just about every company out there, whether it be Aspire or Sturdy, Cbot, most of your aftermarket companies as well, like people that make the modders, most of them are going to have some form of battery protection. Take your time, find one you like, make sure it's adequate. Just protect yourself, please. Well, that's where I'm going to leave y'all with that one. By the time this comes out, I'll probably be in Myrtle Beach for the return trip. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out with the Blue Collar Bastard on the Vape'n Bastard channel. And I will see y'all next Sunday. Y'all have a wonderful night. And please remember, be safe.